eventful day where Rolo had gone missing. And before we went to sleep, we were given the news that Rolo had been found safe and well, although we hadn't seen him yet. So we rejoin Luca as he's woken up by the walkie-talkie beeping. Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie. Rolo? Well, someone's trying to talk to us. Faintly, he could hear Rolo amongst the noise. Luca? Rolo, is that you? Luca? There. Rolo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen, I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here? Rolo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static. Listen to me, someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It was something that took me to some sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in... for now, at least. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr, no. Trust. He's... Hold on, someone's coming. The signal went silent. Rolo? Rolo, where are you? Luca held still, waiting for a response. His pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time. Okay, I think they're gone. Getting worse. I can barely hear you. Rolo's voice began to fade. Losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. You need to... The treehouse. The treehouse. With that, the signal died for good. What was he trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna. He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. Rolo, you're a genius. Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie, and sprinted to the treehouse. So our first objective today is hook up the walkie-talkie to the radio in the treehouse. Well, I think this is the first time that we've been out properly when it's been dark. Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted. Who's coming? Oh, it's his gran. And some other people. So we all understand our roles. You can count on me. I still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan. Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side. We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while that danger persists. We've got the refuse charm. Hiram, you just keep your wits about you. Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath. You're right, you can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with Heiress Valentine. Her resources would have still come in handy. As I said, I have no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans change. How is Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all. I know very well what all this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in agreement? The thought she was going to see us there. Gran, why are you meeting with Mrs. Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? I think Mrs. Fratelli runs the diner that we were unable to get into last time. Oh my word, that scared me. Hey, Luca. Oh, it's my little cutie Dawn. She's my favourite. Look how cute she is. Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today I saw Mr. Tolliver and your Gran enter the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Time. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organised and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your Gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified, or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Aren't you coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stake out here for a bit longer. See you, Luca. Well, Dawn did say she'd let us know if she had any more information, and she's certainly come through, hasn't she? Oh, it's a bit spooky here late at night. Who are those down there? Should I go and speak to them? I'm not sure if I should. I did it. I changed the sign. Splendid. Did anyone see you? I don't believe so. You were right. It was simple enough to just rearrange the letters. Odd choice for a prank, though. In situations such as these, odd is good. The two boys shared a mischievous grin. I can't wait for everyone to see the big reveal. It should be quite memorable. Let's make ourselves scarce for now. What have they done to the sign? Well, there's a light on in that house, isn't there? I'm getting distracted. I meant to be going to the aerial. Let's do that. Did I miss anything on that sign? We've seen it before. Old Pickler's Pond. Okay. And this is the way to mission control. Authorised personnel only. As far as I can tell, the only authorised personnel are Luca and Rolo. Okay, we've met our objective and we've hooked up the walkie-talkie. There's a lot of static. Rolo, are you there? I'm at the treehouse now, Rolo. Mr. Kerr said you are all right. What happened out there? Dang it, Rolo, where are you? What's that? Who's there? Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket. I've got weapons in here, so you'd better come out right now. He strained to hear as a muffled voice began. Weapons. How could you hurt something that's already dead? Fear gripped Luca's throat. Who are you? What? You don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore. Luca stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca. I'm a monster, and now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy. Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger. Don't touch me. This is all your fault. Luca slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second, and I get to be like this forever. There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you're gonna be my saviour. Perfect little Luca saves the day, with his positive attitude and the power of friendship. None of this matters, there's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weepwood. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Luca! Luca! Rolo! It's not safe. Luca! Rolo, where are you? The treehouse. I'm at the treehouse, Rolo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. What did I tell you? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do. But it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Hello? Is anyone present in this arboreal domicile? Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic. You stay here and I'll see what they want. Oh, hello, Mr. Van Horn. They all look the same. There's loads of them. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a second. Of course. We have a problem. Luca, you've got to get out of here. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them. And yeah, you were right. They are saying the same stuff, but with the creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Run. Iggy slumped to his knees. I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do? Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window. Follow my lead. Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rolo had constructed his MCDC. The Mission Control Defense Cannon. From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face. Iggy, there you are. You gave us all a heck of a scare. Go away, just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry though, we're here to help. Help? Then why are you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him, he's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honking big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is. Poor fella just got a little lost. That's a lie. That is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo. Nobody likes you, you creep. Kerr's smile faltered. Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is going to give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that? Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC. What did you do to Rolo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca, the only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I'm the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends. We sure do. Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? Iggy wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you going to do, Luca? Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Well, the only charm we have available to us is fight, and that sounds like a good idea. Let's go for it. Fingers crossed, lads. He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr. Hey, Mr. Kerr. Lucas summoned his most insolent demeanour. Rolo sends his regards. Hey, that was uncalled for, more than a little rude, and just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this. Kerr turned his back on the two boys. End this. With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end. That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this, for now. Well, okay, fight wasn't the right option. We could go backwards. Okay, well, I think we need to go back to hazardous hectoring and see if we can change what happens with Iggy. Beck took a deep breath and thought, well, time to bust out the tickles. I thought the strange would be the better option, but it's tickle time. Hey Tish, wanna see something cool? Yup. Check it. Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms. What the? Tish, is she tickling you? Yup. Hey up. Hey up. Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter. Hey up, hey up, hey up. Beck redoubled her efforts. Tish finally had had enough. Hey up. What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us. Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered. I just remembered I have somewhere to be. See you around, new kid. Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape. Oh no, whoa. What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair. Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best she could. Is it bad? It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh God. Well, as long as it only affected her hair. Chapter 4. The best policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her, but finding Rolo was his primary concern. Okay, well this time around, we haven't been confronted by Mr. Kerr. Not yet, at least. I forgot we can't go that way. Property of Valentine Fertilize Company looks old. Okay, let's head off. Oh, who's this? Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? It's Roxy and Fitz. And why did a kid with grey hair just run past us in a panic? Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching. That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rolo. Look, I need you to start telling me the truth. Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca. We're running out of time. In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down. Rolo and I weren't just playing in Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse, but someone was there in a strange suit. And we hid in the dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us, and I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split up, and I ran home, and it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just wow. Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca. It's not your fault, Luca. Rolo's gonna be okay, I promise. Roxy drew herself up. I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around, I have to do something. Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca. You go back to that little tree house you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rolo shows up. Sound like a plan? Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod. You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now, scoot. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal. Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up. Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. So our next objective is to wait at the treehouse in case Rolo shows up. Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start. Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fella like that. Sorry, Luca motioned to the phone booth. "Oh no, I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring, but the dang thing never does, of course." "Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money if you ask me. Any word from Rolo yet?" "Not yet." "Long time for a boy to lose his way." "Rolo knows those woods too well to get lost." "I suppose you're right. Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried sick." "Antics? We all know Rolo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him, I know it." "How would you know that?" "Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?" Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder. "Dang it, boy, if there is something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks." Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him. There was a something lurking behind those eyes. "Well, we have one option, and it's shame. There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. What could it mean? A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rolo, maybe he could help. Yesterday Rolo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse." Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow. "Both of you? You were with Rolo when he went missing?" "Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster." "The dumpster? What were you doing in there?" "At first we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him." "You got scared by some garbage?" "Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster." "But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body." "I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering." Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped. "I wish you wouldn't have said that." A deep sigh bellowed from his chest. "Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe." Luca attempted to take a step back, but Mr. Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder. "But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close we're being done with this." With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth. "What are you doing?" "It's out of my hands now." The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss. Shit. As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth chair and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end. Wait, no. This isn't the end. I know there is still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else. Okay, so shame was our only option. Fight. We tried both of those options. Are we going to have to go? How far back do we need to go? I don't know. Struggle or change. I see. So that is the only branch of the story where we have acquired a new charm we can use. We're going to have to go back. So this is when Luca went to investigate the warehouse on his own without Rolo. The heavy steel door knocked Luca to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow. It lunged toward him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luca watched his fingernails leave trails in the dirt as the hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light. This is a story about change. The first time it was a story about change. This time it will be a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile. He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Lucas swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. So we're back to chapter 3. Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence. I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rolo get up to yesterday? Oh, Rolo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I've set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One for Mr. Tolliver at the Bag and Wag. So we have to deliver the jam to Mr. Tolliver. Another for Miss Fratelli at the diner. So we deliver it to Mrs. Fratelli as well. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed. He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. Oh, he really did. Jam is a euphemism here. There are some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. So we have to deliver jam to Mr. Nuncreed as well. Just make sure that Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. No problem. Off with you now while the day is still young. Who's Gran calling? simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Who were you talking to, Gran? Right, well, we've got our crates of jam. Oh, there's Rolo. He's okay. Okay. Sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. But good news, no more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. Wait, what? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could they possibly be? Rolo, I got to deliver these into town first. We can catch up after. Oh, is it a whole thing? It sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet. Well, it's lovely to have Rolo back, isn't it? Let's go and get this jam delivered then. Now, who's this down here? Have we spoken to them before? Wait, watch your step. Oh, sorry. There was a whole family of beetles there. Here, they've gone missing. I thought they just sort of wandered around. Everyone has a home, Luca. Even beetles. Luca checked the soles of his sandals. I think we're okay. It's weird that they're gone. They went missing when the festival preparations began. You think the noise scared them away? Something like that. Just watch where you step, okay? Well, I hope there's nothing mysterious there. There's too many things going missing. Too many people. Okay. Well, I don't know where the Bag and Wag is. Is it down here? Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple. Hello? Eep. With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell. Oh, sorry. No bother, no bother. He leaned forward and lowered his voice. I see you have something for me. Yeah, Gran had some jam I'm supposed to give you. He leaned in a bit further. Jam? Yeah, these ones on top. She wrote your name on them. Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear. Ah, yes. The jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me. He reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink. I shall put it on my store shelves post haste. Okay, I think I should finish my deliveries. Of course. He leaned in for a final whisper. Of course. Well, very subtle, Mr. Tolliver. I had no idea what you were talking about. Can we speak to you? How'd you keep the ice cream cold? We keep them on ice. Where'd you get the ice from? I don't know, somewhere cold. How do they keep somewhere cold? Cold. Look, Bert, do you want some ice cream or not? No, I'm good. Okay, now we go up and round to the diner. We didn't get to go in here last time. Well, if it isn't my favourite little jam runner. Hey, Mrs. Fratelli, look at you. She leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek. You're all skin and bones. Is your gran not feeding you? She is, it's just... I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute, running around in your little apron taking orders. So the whole situation just breaks my heart. What happened with Eleanor? We have a break, Charm. I got a feeling she's out there somewhere, yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son. Lucas shifted the basket uncomfortably. Oh yes, let's see here. Mrs. Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam. Ah, they even have my name on them, how thoughtful. She carefully lifted out her jars of jam. You tell your gran hello from me, Luca. Will do. There's the mayor. If I could just be left alone, young Mr. Van Horn. Oh sure, sorry to bother you. It's just that Mr. Kerr has asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family, for our legacy. That sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'll be great. Oh, I'm being a bit nosy around here. Okay, there's nothing else we can find. I thought there might be some little charms lurking around. Now we've got to go and speak to that horrible so-and-so, Mr. Nuncreedy. Let's speak to Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Oh, hey, Luca, what's up? They got you on jam delivery, hey? Yup. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, came in from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. But get this, one of them is working for William Kerr and Perennial Harvest, and the other one is working for Heiress Valentine. And the Valentines represent beacons, pine beacons, beacon pines past. Perennial Harvest has positioned itself as this town's future. Must make for some interesting dinner table conversations, I can imagine. Very astute, that Dawn. Oh, what was that? Mr. Wilder, I trust you have time to chat. Heiress Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands. Certainly. What seems to be the problem? Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from the heiress, it was because she had taken issue with something he'd put in the paper. I couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about this silly festival. Well, yes, that is the news of the day, but there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine, my readers are more so interested in this town's future, rather than any one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings-on of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, things change, ma'am. And you know, change is a dangerous. If you finish that thought, I will make that monocle a permanent fixture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished? Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle. Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. Well, let's get on with this jam delivery, shall we? There he is out in the street. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nungreed. Luca, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day. Mr. Nungreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement. I suppose it is. So, do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. I guess she's busy today. Yeah, she's caught wind of your creepiness, Mr. Nungreed. Anyway, this is my last delivery for the day. Oh, in that case. Nungreed snatched the basket from Luca. I'll hold on to the basket until the next time I see your Gran. What a creep. Who's this? Hey you. Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple. Why? How old are you? 12. Perfect, follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? What just happened? Whelp. Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this, his favourite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, and what is your new little friend's name? Beck locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate. Luca Van Horn, nice to meet you. I'm Nellie and this is Ilona. We're Beck's parents. Beck gave Luca a quick nudge. Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you can both stop obsessing about me making friends. Oh darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of a stunted development doubles. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nelly means is that we just want this move to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for a celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence. I actually already asked him and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. You two don't get into too much trouble now. Well, can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome. I owe you one. My mums are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is the little cottage next to that big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by their big creepy gate. Don't be late. Or I'm back to square one on this whole friend grift. Great to see you there. Well, we figured out the mystery of what that little house was next to the big mansion, and we finally have met Beck in this story branch. But I think that's going to be a good place to leave it. Well, we've made progress, but sort of backwards progress, story a little bit. But at least this means Rolo is safe and sound and with us. And that's obviously very, very good news. So I hope you've enjoyed this next segment of Beacon Pines. It really is fun. I'm enjoying these little turning points where you can change the storyline. I like that a lot, and I like that we've got lots of new characters and lots more questions about the creepy goings on in Beacon Pines. So thank you for watching, and please join me in my next video where we continue on this story, this mystery, and see if we can get